Okay, there's a possibility we could have audio problems again today. With the sender unit not holding its charge. It's Thursday, 16th of September. It's 10:22. Late start. I'm just outside Coomarina Roadhouse. Well, about a kilometre down the road. And I'm on my way, finally. I had a fairly flat battery yesterday, so I charged that right up. And we charged up the auxiliary battery in the car as well. And then I watched some TV and I was working on the big computer because I had a drive that was giving me a lot of trouble. It's the one that's got all the information for this trip on it. And it seemed as though it had a problem of some sort. And so I decided, well, okay, what I'm going to do, find out how to repair it while it's close to the net. I used a program that took all night to do the job. So, of course, I left the computer running. When I woke up this morning, I had pretty flat battery. And so I've never had it as low as what I've had them. So I thought, right, let's get the batteries back up a fair bit anyway. And while I'm running that, I'll do the work that's necessary, do the photographs and all that sort of thing from the videos from yesterday and from Monday, which I've done, and I've updated all the social media stuff. So stuff that's not important, I suppose, to anybody else really, but it is in my history of what I've done this trip, so there it is, it's done. So we're leaving Coomarina and the next stop down the road is Meekatharra. Brett got as far as Payne's Find last night, and then he was off first thing this morning again, and he tells me that there's a bit of rain down there. We'll see how we go. I was watching the weather last night. It's definitely coming in. So it's got, while the heat sort of keeps coming, while you're in air conditioning, it's not too bad, but it does get to a point where after a while you think, oh, it's like something's a little bit different. But I don't know that I'm ready for rain yet. Certainly the amounts of rain that they've been having down south, that's for sure. Okay, we've got a door open. What have we got open? Probably the back door. Okay. Let's quick check. Oh yeah. Couple of red cars in there. Geez, these truck stops, they're full of rubbish. So much shit hanging around the place. It's terrible. High vantage point, just past where I was camped last night. As you can see, nothing for miles. A few hills right over on the right hand side. That's about it. Otherwise, pretty much dead flat and very gentle undulation. Something we haven't seen very much of in recent times is clouds. The thing is that I know that these clouds are at the head or ahead of the front coming in, and it's the front that's coming over in the southwest. Oh dear, oh dear. There's a 24-hour rest area just down here. There we go, it's in there. Go down and have a look. It's down on the river apparently. So there's the river. There's the bridge. Coming here from either direction apparently. These ghost guns. Oh, that's river guns, what are they called? You wouldn't want to be camping in here if there was a flash flood, I'd suggest. There's one camp over there. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Sorry. There's another one. Yeah, there's a bit of water down there. It's probably not a smart idea. It probably is not. Okay. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea.
One at 4.5 here, mate. Copy that, mate. Give you a little done already.
Right, well I didn't need to do that. That was a bit bloody silly. In fact, it was totally bloody silly. Down the drive towards the river. I should have got out and checked it. No, I didn't. And of course you couldn't drive right around. So I had to reverse back up. And there was only one way out. And then, because back wheel started spinning, so it was a matter of okay, locking the front wheels, put the four-wheel drive, and then at least we had some traction and everything worked nicely then. Except that there was a bloody tree behind me, a bush which we've completely destroyed. But yeah, trap the young players, and even bigger trap fucking old silly bastards. But there you go, that's life. So if you want to park by the river, make sure that you can get out. According to this, the road goes right across now the other side, so yeah, there's little yeah, there's a bit of water up the creek. You can park on another side. Ah, dear. That's another fine mess you've got us into. Head out, what's more. Should have set the camera up outside. Oh dear, oh dear. That could have wound up a lot worse than what it did. I'm shortly going to tell you another tale from the story from the 90s. Hang around. This corner is 948 kilometres away from where I used to live in Langford, Western Australia, back in 1993-94. Back then, my band partner in Albatross, a duo, was John Reed, and he and I had been given this gig at Plutonic Mine. So a 948 kilometre trip from where I lived up to here. So we drove up, I had a Falcon panel van at the time, and we loaded it up. We came up here on Saturday, the 948 kilometres. We played the gig that night. And I think it was a 4-hour gig, something like that. So we set up, we played the gig. Sunday, we fueled up and we headed back to Perth. Now, we had the vehicle loaded to the hilt. There was PA system, used amp, guitars, my keyboards. I can't remember what they had, amplification or whatever it was, but we were pretty much full. And there was a vibration. And just couldn't figure out what it was. I walked around, everything looked all right. So we found a speed that was, well, the vibration was minimal. In fact, it was practically none whatsoever. And that happened to be around 120 to 130 kilometres an hour. So we got back to Perth and I put the car in for a wheel balance. When they had a look, there was a big bulge on the inside of one of the front wheels. I think we dodged a bullet that day. Memories. 1 o'clock or 1:49 from Ekathara. I think it's 1:49. Somewhere around there.
That's right. Yeah, good day.
Yeah, 1:49 from Ekathara, so it's a couple of hours away. Apparently the weather's a bit ordinary in Perth. We shall see. It's a pleasant day outside, it's not hot. So makes things a little easier all round. Well, we haven't seen the sun hidden by clouds for a while, for a long time. We're definitely moving down into a changing climate, there's no doubt about that. Yeah, clear, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
It's 8:34. It's Friday, September the 17th. It's been parked in off the road here overnight. Been a pleasant night. A little bit done. Good signal, the whole deal, so I was able to get everything done that I wanted to get done. Quick look back, make sure I've left nothing behind. Okay, nothing but wheel tracks. There's the Ashburton Downs Road. Goes past a mine out here, but I'm going to see how far I can go. Supposedly a ruin out here, the Billion Hotel ruin. Let's see whether I'm being silly or not. Mount Fraser station is up here as well. It's a dirt road, but so far it's in good nick. It's on the corners that they get a little bit roughish. Very, very roughish. Usually. Or is it?
Still 5.5 metres.
So where am I going? That's what I need to work out. Maybe it was in there. Okay, so apparently it's back here somewhere. Sign here that says Billion Pool. Campsite's on the other side of the river. Here's the road in. Apparently, there's the ruins. I see, right, or is it? Something in here anyway. Water tank over there. That looks like that's all that's left of that. Okay, so that was the Billion ruins. All it's there now is an old tank. Supposedly there's a permanent water hole there. Well, that's probably down in the river if it's there. Is it worth coming in for? Well, what it all boils down to is if you don't bloody go, you can't then make a decision, can you? You can't say, no, it wasn't worth it if you weren't in here to say it wasn't worth it. What's not worth it to one person is probably well and truly worth it to someone else. So, there you go. What I have discovered is that my fuel usage has been rather...
Yeah, so we've got 2 at 3.7, second and third.
rather heavy. But I've got a feeling we've been punching into a headwind. In fact, I know we've been punching into a headwind, so that would have knocked it around a bit. Been fairly fortunate on this trip in that most of it has been tailwind at best, or three-quarter tailwind. Haven't had much in the way of headwinds, but this time we've copped it. Back to the main road. Okay, so we're approaching the main road again. Someone's gone straight through, taken the sign and they've taken the end board out and everything with them. Knocked the sign around and knocked it over, and that sign pointing to the mine site should be pointing this way, not that way. Made a good job of it. Not to go in from this end. So that truck there has obviously done a U-turn. Carolina Caravan and Camping Park. Coming up somewhere down here. Meanwhile, we're continuing on for Mekasara, where I figured we'd probably be in about another 10 or 20 minutes, but that's not going to be the case now, of course. That was the turn off to Karalundi. Apparently about 850 metres in it was. Or thereabouts. There's a pile of slag heaps down here, so mining obviously. Not a big mining operation actually. Across there in the distance. Someone's nicked the name of the mine from the road sign though. just passed an eagle back there. Well, I've finally done it properly this time. I reckon if you attempt something often enough, finally you'll succeed in what you were doing. Where we camped last night, there's a set of steps for a caravan. Yep, they're still there, 78k back. I ain't going back for them. Jerry can full of fuel at Euclid. Set of steps 2 or 3 times, eventually finally. I actually had a look in the mirror a second ago just to make sure that I'd actually put my head back on properly this morning. Oh dear, I don't know. Wildflowers are out there. We're 20 from Mikazara. This is Mikazara. Well, we're getting close to Mikazara. Rumble strip completing. What, railway line? Trucks coming in and out. Fine road, I suppose. Last had a look around this place in 2009 when we filmed the Kennedy Ranges. Picture Gardens. We'll do the usual drive one way and back the other, I think. Pub, corner store. Met the fuel. Diesel 160.9. Cafe. Nothing open. Farmer Jack's. Policeman. Museum. Visitor centre. The Welcome Park. The rights of Mount Justice and the Kennedy Ranges. the Landor, Meekatharra Road, Kingsford Smith Mile Run. We did all that. Pricing on the fuel. Caravan park or van park or whatever it are. .9. Might come back to the Coles Express, I think. Grab our fuel. Meanwhile, Husky Inland Motel, 100 metres on the right. So, Husky is a series of, it's a chain, obviously, and Mangina is the actual name of the place we stayed at. Now we're getting the picture. And then somewhere here we can get water, apparently. Pharmacy. Post office. It's pathway. So there's the picture theatre there with the white fence around it. Sure what that one is. Meekatharra something. Old building there. Okay, we'll try this back street here. Or will we? Place is all boarded up. There's some churches here. Church there. Little house there. And there's one on the other side of the road here as well. Butcher, supposedly. Nothing much is open. And what is open is hidden behind. You can't tell it's open because the walls are all sort of closed in. Police station again. Now that we can get water in here apparently. Apparently. Potable water right there. We just might top up. Okay, let me see if I can get out of here without knocking anything over. So that's watered. There gotta be fuels. Try not to knock anything over in this one. Grab the Mrs. Max famous roadkill pie. And a couple of good things that, well, coffee things that 2 for $7.50, so I'll grab a couple of those. Next section of the road is to Mount Magnet. Good place to pass. Still, I suppose, the old bastard's going slowly in the caravan while eating a pie, taking no notice of who's around him. Why shouldn't I have to take me there? Only 18k out of town and the rest area already. That's good. Nothing before town. Starting to see a few eagles, which is I've seen about 1 or 2 for the whole trip. I've seen 2 or 3 this morning already. Some more spreads of wildflowers out here. Over on the left of us, I think, is the old Nanine mine. I think. But we are coming up to the abandoned village of Nanine. That flat area out in front of us. The abandoned mine over, or the mine over the left hand side. This is abandoned because it's still going. So that's the main town side. It's over there on the left hand side, and there's nothing there. These blokes are taking up a bit of room, two of them. You weren't joking, they're big buggers.
Yeah, 10 loads, 8 metres coming towards you there, fellas. Get you to start backing it down, find a spot, please.
We're coming up to a place that's marked on the map as Stakewell. Abandoned. It's another one of those little mining towns that's no longer there. There is a mine on the left hand side of us, which is the east, called the Reedy Operations. Doesn't look as though Stakewell's going to get the recognition that they need there. No signage here. Not yet anyway. Nothing. This is Tuckanarra. Abandoned, I believe. Yeah, it would have been nice to stop and have a look at Tuckanarra, but unfortunately I was stuck between two trucks, and not much you can do. You've got to keep going with the flow. Sort of. It are what it are. Homestead, Station Stave. We're approaching Kew at the moment. Mining happening over there to the left. Or to the east, if you prefer.
Afternoon, northbound, 104.2, have a safe journey.
I don't know where he is. He's been talking about that for quite a while, this one at 4.2. And he's going the other way, so I haven't seen him go past me. Have the change of ground colour. Mining for different minerals. Q. Established in 1894 was Kew. A few nice historical buildings in this place. Unfortunately, a lot of the places are shut down now. We'll do a run through the other way. Bell's Emporium and Liquor Store. I saw a house built something like this in Longreach, but this is the Shire Hall. Perth, 650k. Empole. Different country, it's all marshland type stuff here. Or, did we say, salt lakes. Something happening out there in the middle. That was the old Austin town site just there. So it's got a sign up. It's not even mentioned on the map, so there you go. So we've come into a parking area off the side of the road. I was just looking for somewhere to park up, but I could be getting myself into a spot here if I'm not careful. If you enjoyed this video, there's over 200 more just like it on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when our next video is available. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you weren't that impressed, please don't hit the dislike button. Instead, tell us why, so that we can do something about it. Thanks for watching.